That's how the Gen Zs do love. Do. Oh, Han does it well good.
I don't get it.
Because, yeah, millennials do it like that.
I do it like this.
Yeah, that's like mega millennial. Then there was...
Then there was this. Yeah.
That one was fucked, bro.
This one, that would be like this.
Oh, no, that's it. She's got it.
Terrifying, that one. It's like claws.
Sorry, I'm confused.
And then the new Gen Z one is that. Little baby heart, cute one.
All right, should I do my clapboard again?
Go on.
Wait, let me do it down the camera like a professional.
No.
Are you okay?
I'm done. Yeah.
Shall I just do hands because they're kind of ready to go?
Yeah.
Oh.
Welcome to Spill, the podcast we wish we'd had when we were growing up.
Some very candid conversations on life in your 20s and 30s, the ups and downs, and the messiest parts.
But essentially, we just chat pure shit.
So, welcome to the chaos.
What's your spill of the week? I've had a matcha. Let's go.
No, it's me asking you.
All right, got him.
Now your zoomies have really thrown me. You need a ring, like a spilly sash. What are we going to call it?
I like sashy pants.
All right, sashy pants. What's your spill of the week?
I know what it is. I wanted to tell you about my week off.
You did. You went off grid.
Yeah, man.
How was it?
Not long enough.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you reckon you could do a whole month off grid?
Yeah.
Wow.
And when I
that's a
say
long time.
no, not a whole month, I could do a whole week, but I'd probably turn my phone off because things did still come through. I still felt myself like thinking about certain things, but like business is business.
What did you do in your time off?
I had a nap. I watched a film. Did some colouring.
What film was it?
Filmed
Was it at Disney?
it, I watch.
For context, DB is in the room with us today.
Yeah, we've got emotional support boyfriend. Nah, Jake's
For both of us.
For both of us. Yeah, we can show him out. It's fine. Whore him around.
It's okay. I wasn't really asking for you to do that, but there we go.
I can't remember what the film was because it was so delicious I fell asleep halfway through.
And you did other activities?
Yeah, did I tell you I read my book?
No.
Like one of the days we went to the gym, I came home, sat on the sofa with my book and then fell asleep after reading my book for a bit. Woke up at like 11 o'clock.
Wow. What's your book?
That Rings of Fire one or something. That TikTok one, it's taken me like all year to read it because I just keep putting
Rings
it
of
down.
Fire?
Smoke in the Fire, Fire Flames. It's a red book, Thorns of Roses or something.
Oh, a Court of Rose and Thorns.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm reading that book.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
No.
I love it.
It's just
Everyone's like, oh, it's so smutty. Is it? I haven't got to none of that.
Well, one, I'm waiting for the spice. Two, it's like bad Hunger Games so far.
Yeah.
No, not into it.
All the TikTok girls have gone mad for fantasy.
She sold millions of copies of that book.
Yeah.
Aren't there like 6 of them?
And she was just a regular author and then one day, pooch.
Yeah, TikTok can really do that to you.
Yeah, I'm going to start
Actually,
selling myself on
I
TikTok.
had a thing on the radio this morning that was like our musicians having to like reconsider the length of all their songs so that they're more like TikTok friendly, like make shorter songs so that they just are like snapped into viral clips.
Oh, I really like that aped app. I can't think of the tune. What is it? You know that one?
Yeah. I ain't like it.
I want you, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love
no,
it.
we like that other one. What's that one you just sing in the country
I
one?
like good old fashioned country music, something with a beat. That one.
Yeah.
I actually really. Oh! I've always been a big Bruno Mars fan, you know.
I love Bruno Mars so
Seen
much.
him live.
Do you know who loves Bruno Mars the most?
Gita.
Yeah.
And Mum.
The most.
That's so cute. But I just got to tell you that the other thing I did on my week off, one of the days we did like loads of house jobs and it's made the house feel like the most homely yet, which obviously we know, haven't spoken about it too much, but we know it's been tragic renovation.
There's been a lot of this with the reno.
Mainly
this.
mainly down here.
But now you've got a floating shelf in your kitchen.
Floating shelf in my kitchen and even better. Actually, no, I can't tell that story. Got a dining
That
table.
is literally that's your toxic trait.
All right, fine, I'll tell it.
You give
Listen.
everyone blue balls with your stories.
Yeah, all right, well, I'll tell it, but it makes me sound like the biggest prick you have ever met.
I challenge, I think, most things that go
All right,
on
well,
your
anyway, the floating shelf's up on the wall, and I'm arranging it, and I've decided to put the cookbook that Jason and Molly bought me for Christmas last year.
Yeah.
I put it up. I saw a little £20 note slip out. I thought, fucking hell, £20. Oh, my God. gassed. Once £20, £275 cash in the inside of the sleeve.
What? You just hadn't noticed it was there?
I was in a different financial position this time last year, let me tell you. Now, I'd be sniffing a fiver up off the pavement. I must have just put it there somewhere to be safe and totally forgot about it.
Why? That doesn't make you sound like a prick. It just means that you just like had cash money, but you probably got it from like Christmas money or birthday money or whatever and just slipped it somewhere safe so you didn't lose it.
Yeah, but £275 is quite a lot of money.
Yeah, of course it is, but it could have been from multiple people. And then you
I think it was from
collected the
Trace.
cashish and then
And then I went and bought the most beautiful, I think it was like called Nathan.
So you spent it immediately.
No, I spent £70 of it.
What'd you get then?
I treated us to a takeaway that night. I was like, whoa, dinner's on me, boy. And then I got a side table.
Oh, that's what you get your kitchen tables from?
So beautiful. My Facebook table, like, oh, hello. My dining table got from Facebook Marketplace.
The circular one?
Yeah, that's G-Plan original, £70, which is an absolute it's an absolute steal.
Oh, I'm worried.
I think the match is kicking in. The match is in the veins, guys. It's in the veins now. You know what I'm saying? £70 still, because if I wanted to sell it, I'd at least get 100 for it. But I don't. I want to keep it.
Right.
Then I got the Nathan's side table. Honestly, it's the most stunning
You're
thing I've ever
saying
seen.
words to me. I don't know.
It's a brand like similar to G-Plan.
I
Like
don't know
old
what G-Plan
school.
is. You saying G-Plan, then I'm seeing G-Shock. Two very different things.
G-Spat.
Don't do it.
And then my floating shelf we put up, a mirror we put up. And
It's given this today?
Yeah. And nothing tests a relationship like a bit DIY, let me tell you.
Can't talk about it because I actually have like PTSD from trying to do IKEA, build your own things. Spent 6 hours making a bookcase and it collapsed the next day. And you know what it's called? A fucking Billie bookcase, isn't it? No, it is not. It's called failed Billie bookcase.
That's like such a representation of you, like trying to do something with decadence.
No, there were like 6 screws left over, and I was like,
Dexterity.
these were meant to go somewhere, weren't there? Weren't there? Weren't they? Wow.
The shock in your eyes literally just said I've spent too much time with her. Directed straight at me.
I can't say regular sentences today.
Is that the word, dexterity? You don't have a lot of dexterity, do you?
Dexterity is like use of both hands, right?
Or like particular. And the boys are being sick.
No.
We know that Billy's got dexterity. No, like I imagine if you were to build IKEA flat pack, you just make up your own catalogue.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is why it collapsed.
I have no logic. It takes me so long to even just like, I had to really lay out every single brick and like get to know each piece before I work out where it goes. And I'm like, right, step 1 it's already flummoxed me. I'm like, which bit of that goes with that? Like I just can't do it. My brain doesn't work in that way.
But you know, they say the most intelligent people have the like smallest amount of
None.
common sense.
No common sense, no logic.
And I saw it again for the first time not for the first time, but
First
like
time that
to
day.
refresh my mind. You did it when we were in Starbucks and Shaz picked up an oatmeal porridge from the fridge and you were like, whoa, did they give it to you cold? And she was like, no, they fucking eat it up. And I was like, so thick, like how did you think that they'd give it cold porridge and that they wouldn't just put hot water in and make it there and then? But you're so smart.
I don't know, just didn't think about the logistics of it.
Yeah, but that means
But
you're
just tell
highly
me that I'm
intelligent.
smart again.
Yeah, you are highly intelligent. Like no common sense whatsoever, but highly intelligent.
I get that. I do really get that from Baz, though. He's got zero logic, no common sense, nothing.
Yeah, JJ too.
I'm okay with it. Other people can fill those blanks in for me.
Yeah, fair. Can't be good at everything, can we?
I do try.
You can be
but no,
close.
I can't, yeah.
That's my spill of the week. Love my week off. Want more of them.
A week off?
Yeah, it wasn't even a full week because I didn't touch social media from Tuesday afternoon until Saturday morning because it was Jason's birthday. I thought, oh, I've got to publicly announce.
Yeah.
Pull the likes in on that baby picture.
The thing is, right, when I was looking through those pictures, that's just, when I shut my eyes and think about Jason, not that I do that a lot because that sounds so weird now I said it out loud, but like that's still how I see him.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
love aggression. You want to pick his cheeks off.
No, just like it wasn't long after we met that do you remember he had that really bad fall outside the front of the house?
Oh, yeah.
And that's where that scar on his head's
His
from.
Harry Potter scar, yeah.
Yeah. But I just remember him thinking as a child, like, that boy's going to fall over because his head's so much bigger than his body. You know, those little bobblehead things. Like, that was Jason, his little big head.
Yeah, he was the cutest
And he had, like,
kid.
such little chubby, chunky cheeks.
See, that's love aggression, what you've just done. Yeah.
Ashwin had the same, to be fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, HBD, JJ.
Yeah, it was Jason's 30th. But that's not my spill. I'm not talking about him because we'll just be revelling in it.
Right.
He is
okay.
our number one spill fan, though.
Yeah, we do really enjoy the weekly reviews
Yeah.
from Jason.
Keeps us humble.
Do you know
that's
what?
for sure.
I forgot to talk about this when you were talking about Wicked and how. So there's a group chat. It's called Catania Massive from when we all went to Sicily, and it's me, Sasha, Jason, and Jason's partner Molly, fiance Molly,
Fiance.
and Jason weighed in his thoughts on Wicked and the speed at which you were replying. I was like, wow, fuck me, I never get a response that fast. It was like, and then Jason was going and going and going.
He was prodding.
And I had to put into the group, politely, I'm tapping out of this conversation because this was like sibling war.
Shall I read a bit out?
Sibling war. Molly, obviously, then me and Molly were side messaging, being like, fucking leave it to it. Let's just not get involved.
He was literally prodding a dragon. You want to hear a bit?
The way that you talk about Wicked is like you birthed it, like it is your child.
Well, you're the one who brought it up, so I'll happily talk about it again.
I mean, I was just making a comment on the chat. Yeah.
Jason's put, right, Cynthia Erivo, obviously a massive attention seeker. They're behaving like they've made a film about a really misunderrepresented community, and they've literally made a film about two witches who go to Munchkin Land. I wrote back, don't fucking start. He wrote, everyone needs to get a grip. I said, no, because I will genuinely kick off. You are literally banned from commenting on the representation unless you've seen it for yourself. He was like, why are they all just crying in interviews? What's that all about? What representation are we even talking about? It's literally a film about a green witch, for fuck's sake. Then I voice noted. I don't know what I said, but I don't know if I can play it. I was angry. I
don't think I even listened to it. I just tapped out that chat entirely.
But he was baiting. Like he was riffing.
And you took it right in.
And that's why he does it as well, because he knows that I'm going to absolutely snap it off. But he will go. He will go and watch it, and he will love it. Like, he doesn't mean those things. Just like a little.
But happy birthday,
tongue-in-cheek.
Jason.
Yeah, happy birthday, Jason, you little dick. What's your spill?
It's really not as long as that.
Sorry. Poor 12-minute spill. Go on.
We just went and got a little Blank Street matcha. And I just bumped into our friend Amy Simon in there, who, I don't know why I'm talking like I'm now on like 0.5 speed, but I met Amy years ago. Basically, my spill of the week is that the world is really, really small. And I love that about London sometimes, that you just bump into people that, you know, like, I've not seen you in so long. Anyway, Amy has just moved to Dubai because she is absolutely killing it in her job.
Yeah, she's
so she
insane.
was head of PR for PLT, and now she's gone to set up like a talent agency in Dubai with lots of other really famous people. Oh, with
Naomi Campbell.
But I first met Amy like. We literally just told her, I was like, I'm going to talk about you on the pod.
She's a pod listener, isn't she?
Yeah,
Sorry, but now you said PLT agency, but I want to love you, PLT. Yeah.
It's PYT. But
yeah, I
it's
know,
okay.
but I changed the lyrics for her.
We met when I was like a 1-year intern at Elle. And she used to do you remember when Topshop used to do Freedom Jewellery?
Yeah.
She used to do the PR for that. And like a few other like accessory brands. But we met after I wrote this like big feature for Elle. I'd only been there like a year, the Waitrose feature.
Yeah.
And anyway, she was like, had emailed me and was like, oh my God, I love this piece that you wrote. Like, can I come? Let's go for a coffee. I was like, yeah, I'd love that. Anyway, we obviously became like fast friends because we were essentially the same person. And then I think what my spill is that you can make friends where you don't always think you're going to make them.
Yeah.
Like when I first came into the fashion industry, I didn't think I'd make any mates whatsoever because I was like, whoa, everyone is like...
Slim and white and blonde.
Yeah, I'm really beautiful and I do not fit in one bit. And it's just not true. You can find your people there.
Yeah, and she has got a very, very... what's the word that I'm looking for? Her energy transfers really quick.
She's magnetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the word that I'm looking for, though?
Don't know. It's probably one of your made-up ones.
No, come on.
Stooning.
What's the word I'm looking for? She emulates energy. Beautiful energy. Emulate? Is that right?
I don't know.
Oh, well, whatever. It sounds good in the sentence.
Yeah. Okay.
But, the first time I met her, obviously, was through you, but she took us to that Peng
Oh,
Chinese
we went
restaurant.
to Chinatown, yeah.
Jesus, that was banging.
Yeah, PR budgets are really good, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's
nice.
a real perk of the industry.
When I was, when we were like really junior and had no money, not that we have much more now, but when we had no money and it was like a week before payday, you'd book in like a breakfast, lunch and dinner with all your PR mates to be like, please may you feed me this week because I can't afford anything.
Yeah, fair. I remember the first time when like I was like, oh, obviously we split the bill. I was so awkward, and they were like, no, just
What?
the company's
At
gonna get it.
Chinatown? Don't even try.
I didn't split no bill at Chinatown.
You couldn't even afford tap water in there.
Like, oh, come on. No, I think it was,
12% service, not a chance.
I can't remember who my first PR meeting with. I feel like it may have been Kate Clarins. I'm not sure, but I remember being awkward because I didn't understand the concept that they would pay for.
Well, they're not paying either. Like the brand's paying.
Yeah, I act like it's coming out of their personal savings. It makes me feel just disgusting. I hate it, but also love it at the same time. It's
I
so
mean, you
fun.
obviously have to like be like, oh, are you sure?
Yeah, are you sure?
Yeah, yeah. Please
Handshakes
be
is
sure.
the best
Please be
places
sure.
anyway.
Yeah. But that's it. That's my spill of the week. Is that
I love that.
bumped into Amy Simon. She's an angel, and fashion industry is nicer than you think it is. Oh, the one with the big cat and the lovely nose.
Boring.
Isabella firmed out for sure.
Okay, I'm worried that I'm going to run out of social battery and we should go. Sorry, everyone.
£1 in the brat jar.
Because we're going to talk about careers.
Careers.
Weirdly, we've not actually really spoken about this.
I think we've given like a top line maybe on like how we came to be in the same industry, but we haven't really
Wild,
talked
yeah.
about like a career trajectory or a career plan or like what, I don't even know. Did you always want to be in musical theatre? Like
Yeah.
when you were younger, would you say like, oh, I want to be an actor when I'm older?
Yeah.
Really?
It was all I ever wanted to do.
Really?
My whole life. So from...
God, I really chopped and changed.
Did you?
Yeah.
No, I was absolute horse blinkered until I went to drama school. They strip it off real fucking quick there.
Right, yeah.
But I was only in drama school for 1 year. And I think, not to do a blue ball story again, but I will never share the exact reason why I left. But ultimately, some of the other reasons why I left was I was too young. I was on the wrong course. I auditioned too early. Like, I was so starstruck by the like, oh my God, I've got in. Oh my God, like, I have to go here. Like, I was so ill on my audition day that my mum was like, I really think we should rearrange. I was like, Mum, I can't. Like, it looks so bad. Like, this is once in a lifetime. Like, this is the moment. Like, in my head as that 18-year-old girl, there was nothing that could have jeopardized that moment. So calling up and saying, can I rearrange my audition? I literally had the flu, nearly passed out in the ballet class for the audition, but I just persevered because in my head I was like, that's going to look better.
Yeah.
And yeah, I dropped out after a year, and it crushed me for like, I think it took me 3.5 years to really like make peace with it. Because when I left drama school, I was like, oh,
What comes next?
what the fuck do I do now? Because from the age of like 3
That
to
been your
19,
whole identity.
there was not a single other bone in my body that wanted to do anything else, like at all. So it was a huge like wobble for me. And I did end up doing like the weirdest jobs. I worked in a will call centre. Then I went and worked. Guys, what the fuck are you laughing at?
He's gone, yeah.
And that job, I told her that I needed to go to the toilet at lunchtime and just walked out. And then another job, I worked in a cafe on the seafront in Western
Oh,
Supermare.
you have talked about this one
Yeah.
before.
Also,
Where you couldn't do the change.
no, that was a different one. That was
multiple
like a
cafes.
summer job. That one. This one was, they didn't give me a lunch break, so I walked out of that job, told her I had diarrhea the next day. I was like, oh, I've got food poisoning, can't come back. And then I got a job in a car sales garage for Renault. It was 7 days there. So I was like really...
Sensing a little theme here.
Yeah, really clutching at straws as to what the fuck I was going to do with my life.
Also, you were really young then.
So young.
What were you, 20?
I would have been 19, nearly 20 at this time.
Yeah, okay.
So I went to drama school as 18, left at nearly 19. And then, yeah, between 19 and 20.
Have you ever really thought about like your career as a career though? Like, but when I say the word career, I think I have one. Even though obviously like I do because I've worked, but I feel like career is such a like grown up thing, isn't it? Big concept.
That's wild to me, because to me, you've got a career. You're a writer, you're a journalist, you have skills.
I still think of that as like not a real job though. It obviously, but I think of like a real journalist as someone who's like, you know, doing investigative pieces or like in the Middle East reporting on war or like policy or like big things. Whereas I'm like, wear these shoes, they're so cute.
No, that's bollocks. You talk about loads of things. You talk about loads of topics.
Talk about loads of bollocks too.
Yeah, but you've touched a lot of people's lives with your writing and your skill.
You made me cry.
Go on, cry. We hadn't had any tears. Oh, we had one bit of tears. Have I ever thought about it as a career? I don't even know what the fuck my career is, Bill. It's literally not a clue. Ever since the day that I sat in that car garage after 7 days. Have I told you this story?
No.
And my manager at the
Maybe
time,
you have.
he was like, I just walked in. I said, he said, how are you getting on? I said, this is the worst thing I have ever done in my life. And he was like, oh.
Honesty is not always the best policy.
Yeah, he was like, oh, I really respect you telling me that. He says, I think you just need to be on the stage, really, don't you? And I was like, mm-hmm. So I went home that lunch break, 7 days.
I think I would say that you're a broadcaster.
What? What, like the weather girl?
No, like you broadcast to people.
I would say that I chat shit for a living and sometimes get paid for it.
I would also say that's probably what most broadcasters say, right?
Yeah, maybe.
That is that you're talking, right? That you're presenting and talking. Even if you're presenting your life, it's still like broadcasting, right?
I don't know. I would feel like such a wanker if someone said, "What's your job?" I'm like, I'm a broadcaster. Oh right, so what's that?
Do
A
you say
vlogging
podcaster?
camera. And don't say anything.
Well, I do think that
I'll
is
say,
a problem
like-
that you don't say anything.
I'll say, I created a campaign and it went really big, and now that's my life.
We
I
should
think I need to
work
work
on
on my
this.
pitch, yeah.
Yeah. The elevator pitch is not giving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I was at drama school, I've always had a love and a passion for like makeup and the artistry of it. Obviously, my mum was makeup artist, hairdresser, all of that. Like that side of the family are all very into it. So at drama school, me and Emily would like love our makeup and we'd do each other's makeup. And I remember one of the lessons, I think our principal had basically come into our like assembly meeting or whatever you call it. We used to call it like registration or something like that. And she was like, girls, you need to stop coming in with no makeup on. Like, it's just not acceptable. Sasha's a really good example of how she does her makeup. And I was like, or it was for a show or something. But I remember getting a compliment off our principal at the time about makeup. And I was good at it. But it was just a hobby. So after that year of like fumbling around trying to do different jobs, for my 21st birthday, my mum bought me a 1-to-1 with a makeup artist. And then I got a job at MAC. And that's kind of where the most current trajectory of my career started, because when I got the job at MAC, I did love it. It was something that like filled that, I guess, the not performing, but the artistry, the creativity. Like I was not born to sit behind a desk and work.
It's still like creating,
yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I worked at MAC for like 2.5 years before I went self-employed. And then it was just before COVID that Filter Drop happened. And then that's what propelled me into social media. But in terms of me like standing strong, grounded, thinking, what is my career or where am I going? So unclear.
I do think of you as a makeup artist, but I think because so much of your life is now like to camera, I maybe think of you more as like more performance rather than makeup artist.
Yeah, I think
But you are a really talented makeup artist.
Yeah, I do love it. But I don't love it in the way that the internet loves it, if that makes sense. Like
where it's like just doing makeup on your face every day.
The internet profits off. It's the same thing we talk about all the time. Like if I did a makeup tutorial on myself doing like poses from good angles, that's always going to slap. Whereas I used to love makeup artistry on somebody, just like a completely normal person, to make them feel amazing. Internet
Well,
don't
that's
care
why
about that, really.
your Filter Drop series did so well, because it was that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, bare face and then have a chat, do your makeup. And
Yeah. I do want to bring that back. But yeah, I think, I don't know if anything will ever be able to shift the passion I have for performing. I don't know if anything ever touches, like so much of this job.
Do you need to shift that though?
I don't think so, but it's, I'm always sort of like umming and ahhing, like to do something well, you've got to be balls in, like you've got to go for it. And I can't just like, I feel like I can't just...
I can see Alex at the corner of my eye every time.
Because I said balls in. I think balls in is a good one. I don't even have any balls. Balls deep. Knees to the wall. Balls to the wall. Your mum.
Let's not talk about balls and keto in the same sentence.
I think I will always have this part of me that thinks, shall I try and pursue that as a career? Because that's what I want to do. Like, after so many years of fighting against it, although I don't know what my career is, I'm happy to admit that I do love to entertain. Like, I do love to make people feel a certain way, whether that's feel laughter or feel comforted or feel related to. Like,
But
I enjoy that.
I think that you're like thinking about it in a real like narrow box, because do you not feel like you do all of that already?
Yeah, I just ain't getting paid enough for it.
Yeah, if I understand that as like you're wanting to profit from your career in that way, but
Yeah.
I do think like you're maybe looking at it a bit too narrow in what like performance is, and because even in the vlog, like there's so many elements of it that is like performing to camera.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, that it's not like you're putting it on that Sasha you day today.
Yeah.
We've all seen it. But it like that there's still so much of that there. Like it's not, I think you're thinking about it in like and I do this too, but you're thinking about it in its like most cookie cutter, like quote unquote perfect form of like the perfect career trajectory performance would land you on like a leading role in the West End, or like
Would love.
in a film or in
Would
a TV series or something. But
Would
like
love.
you're still doing that now, like
Yeah.
the
but
entertaining and the performing part that's still happening, still seeing it.
I just think I need to not necessarily streamline, but I need to be clearer in like my vision for my career, because I think that is what helps financially match what you're doing. Like, I can't just piss around in front of the camera
No.
for the rest of my life without seeing the financial
Well, you
stability that I
you just
need.
you need longevity in it
Yeah,
too. Like
yeah.
you need to, where's this going to go? What's it going to lead to?
Yeah.
What's the end goal?
Yeah. But the last 2 years have been the biggest wobble of my career yet. And I think one of the reasons for that is because Filter Drop gave me such a strong purpose to being online and to performing and to sharing. And it still to this day is so genuinely what I believe in. But I did that and built that off almost like an outer level confidence, whereas what's happened in the last 2 years and you know the work that I've done has gone so much deeper. I have had to rebuild my confidence. So trying to like talk about the things that got me into social media and got me a platform in the first place from this place of low confidence that's really wobbled my confidence in what my career is or where I'm going,
Yeah,
or
I
my
get that.
direction. So I think that's more so what I need to focus on. But ultimately, it's okay to not know what the fuck you're doing with your life.
But it's like mad to me that you knew from such a young age what you wanted to do. I wanted to be a doctor.
That's because you're an all-rounder. many a
Say
path
it
you could have
again.
chosen.
But I wanted to. Yeah, really wanted to be a doctor. But to be a doctor, you had to do chemistry A level, which I did. I did at AS level, and then I was so bad at it that I was like, I can't do it. Like, there's no way that I can like make this work for A level. Basically, everything they teach you with GCSE chemistry is a lie. And then you get to A level chemistry, and they say, forget everything we've taught you. This is actually what chemistry is. And I was like, sorry, I'd really just got used to that one. I can't quite get my head around all the lies that you've just told me. And I had to go home and be like, Baz,
Ain't working, bro.
I can't be a doctor because I can't do... Isn't it mad that you also need chemistry, not biology?
I'm not going to lie. I'm going to expose myself to the core. Can't really remember the difference between all the three sciences. Chemistry's with a Bunsen burner, is it?
yeah, let's just go with that. There's also a bit of physics too, but chemistry's like...
Chemistry
You're
is
looking
separate
at
to
like
physics.
the periodic table. That's chemistry.
Yeah, I'd never got my head around that.
All right. Anyway,
So
we
the
move.
Smarties.
Well, I couldn't do it either. I couldn't do that.
A lot to take in, a lot of numbers and letters together.
But I just didn't. I honestly didn't know. Like when I went to uni and I did classics, I really had to I had to advocate for that big time, because I was like, right, I don't want to just go to uni and just do law, because what if I hate it and then I'm stuck and I don't have any kind of career. But I was like, well, I really love this subject, so shall I just go and like pursue this and see what happens at the end of it? Like, I didn't have a plan. I had no idea what I wanted to do. Just didn't think about it.
So what did you do? Classics and law?
I did classics as my undergrad, graduated from that, and then I did a law conversion. So that's where you do a 3-year law degree in 1 year.
Right.
But it's like really condensed.
Did you do that?
Yeah.
So are you a qualified lawyer?
No, because then you finish that, and then you'd either have to do your LPC, which is your training to be a solicitor, or your BPTC, which is your training to be a barrister. And then once you've done those two, either you get a training contract, which is for 2 years to be a solicitor, or you get a pupillage, which is for about 2 years as well, maybe a bit longer, to train as a barrister.
Wow.
So it's a lot. It's like, that's just your degree, basically,
Yeah.
and then you're adding their like actual advocacy bit onto it. But I got to day 2 of law school and I was like, whoa,
Fuck this.
this is not for me.
And now you're fresh off the red carpet at the British Fashion Awards.
Yeah, who would have thought it?
Wow.
My career's taken me in every direction I thought it wouldn't. Like I never planned for any of it. And I feel really lucky that like the ball has rolled the way that it has. But
Yeah.
I think sometimes there's a benefit to not having a plan or an expectation.
Yeah.
I don't think I had an expectation that I wanted to be really good at something, but I never really knew what that something was. And I was like, when I was much younger, I definitely felt like I was above average at quite a lot of things. But I'm talking about like 10 to 13, where no one's got really a clue what they're doing. And then as soon as I went to high school, I was like very much average. I didn't really like, and that was quite confronting, because I was like, I was really good when I was at that school, and now I'm in this bigger school with more people, and they're like, maybe you're like slightly above average, but like you're not special. I was like, I really thought I was. But I felt this massive pressure that I had to be something or do something, and I do think there's a big cultural pressure.
Yeah, I was just about to say, where did that pressure come from?
I think a lot of it came, not even like directly from my dad, but indirectly. Like, you know,
Yeah.
he came to the UK when he was, I think, 5 or 6, couldn't speak a word of English. Very humble beginnings. Like his dad was a porter for British Rail. Like, they didn't really have any money whatsoever. But he was just really naturally gifted. And I think that's the thing, like, once you are, and me and Jason have talked about this before, like, once you're told you're really good at something, you're like, well, that's all I'll do then. I'll just do the thing that everyone tells me that I'm really good at.
Yeah.
And that'll be my entire identity. But
Yeah.
but he is really intelligent, it really book smart, not street smart whatsoever.
Baz.
Oh, not a chance, no way. Like, took him on the tube and it was like,
Torture.
what is this? He was like, he's calling Uber. It's like, where's the driver? And what a Toyota Prius. I want that. Such a brat. But I saw that, like, he was really respected. And I was like, well, so long as I do something where, like, I can have the same level of respect as he's got, like, I think that's what a career should look like.
Yeah.
But I remember doing those aptitude tests at school, where it tells you what you would be good at. And mine came out as florist. And I was like, oh, I've really fucked this. And I was like, well, I can't tell my mum and dad that I'm only good for a florist. Like, they want me to be a lawyer or a doctor or a dentist. Like, I'm Indian, I can't be a florist. That doesn't, 2 and 2 don't go hand in hand. And I remember, like there was so much pressure on academics not from my mum, because she was like, just try your best. But from my dad, there totally was an expectation of, like, academia being, we've talked about this before, like, his most prized thing is like intelligence and intellect. And I remember I was shitting my pants when I got my AS results, because I'd flopped it massively, mainly because I really fancied this boy that year, and I just didn't pay any attention to school because I was like, well, I love him, so obviously he didn't love me, but I was like it was the same day that Annie got her A-level results, and she was like so gassed with her A-level results because she got into the uni that she wanted to go to. But I remember I made the whole day about me. I was like, Annie, what am I going to do? I can't tell mum and dad I got 2 B's and 2 C's.
Is that what you got for your AS?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And she was like, that's really good. I was like, no, it's not. Like, I am going to be in so much trouble for, like, this is not good. And I was hysterical on that day. I don't think I ever told my dad what I got. He's like, you did okay, right? I was like, yeah, it's fine.
Oh, wow.
I like turned it around for my A-levels, got 4 A's, but that's a lie. Got 3 A's and a B.
Oh, wow.
We don't count general studies as a real A-level though.
What did you get the B in?
General studies.
What is that, just like general?
Just like common sense, basically. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I really struggled.
There we go. See, I never had that expectation because Jason was you and Jason are the same. You, Jason and Cheska, actually, my whole upbringing, we're all in the same box. And that is like all-rounders, overachievers, fantastic at everything. and I was always like stupid, and that was like I would get told that quite a lot,
That you were stupid?
yeah, like even in a funny way. Like I think my dad would be mortified if he ever thought that it affected me, and it has, and it did. But yeah, I think my dad was he'll openly say it. He was like, he never expected the success I've had from me. It's because Jason was always like front runner.
Golden child.
Yeah, he was so talented. He was so intelligent. He was head boy. And Cheska was head girl. Like, they just did everything so well. Whereas I only did one thing, and I only wanted to do one thing. But even then, Jason was better than me at that too. So and I wouldn't change a thing, because I am such a tenacious person. Like, if someone tells me I can't do something, I will fucking do it until I can prove to myself, never mind what they think, that I can do it.
Yeah.
And that is only because I've been kind of a bit brushed to the side as like, well, what the fuck are we going to do with Sash? Like, she can't even add 5 + 10. Do you know what I mean? I was so unacademic.
You can do that.
15.
Good girl.
5 times 5 is 25. 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I can do the 5s because I can count them on my fingers. But yeah, I
literally just had a flashback to you like at 8 years old and in my house doing the same thing. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Well, meanwhile, me and Jason, do you remember those verbal reasoning books and non-verbal reasoning books? Do you remember them?
No.
And there was like a burgundy one and a green one, and we were like, do you want to do verbal reasoning for fun? Do you want to do a maths quiz for fun?
Yeah, see, like, if we went to my dad's office in the summer, Jason and you would get given like really good jobs, and Dad would be like, Sasha, go and make everyone tea and coffee. I'd make all the office teas and coffees.
But I don't mean it.
No, it's funny. Come on. Made me who I am today. I'm a perfectionist, and that side of it comes from wanting to do well in what I do, but my drive to always prove to myself that I can do something, like, I don't think it knows no bounds, which is, I think, a good trait to have.
Yeah, I think we share that.
Yeah,
But I don't think mine's quite as strong as yours, to be honest.
no,
I think you do really excel in that field. I kind of want to prove everybody wrong as opposed to proving myself right.
Yeah,
My drive comes from showing other people that they were wrong in what they thought about me. And
Yeah.
I've applied the same thing to so many parts of my life. Like this, we've talked about it before with sport too. Like, I want everyone to think I'm really shit and then show up and be like, oh fuck,
yeah,
she's actually quite good. But I kind of keep it all a secret until there's like a point where I can show them what I can do. And it's the same thing, I think, in careers. Like, I'm not loud about it until there's an opportunity to like almost just shove it in their face that they thought so little of me that I could change their minds. Because that, like, you're going to face prejudice in the workplace, whatever you choose to do. But I just so happen to choose probably the most like front-facing, prejudice-inducing industry.
yeah,
And it wasn't on purpose. I wrote for my uni paper, and Shariat went to Illinois University, and there they had this online website called Her Campus, which was kind of like one of the first it was a bit like a Refinery 29, but for universities.
oh cool.
And so she was like, did some writing and bits for them, and it'd be like fashion, beauty, lifestyle, that kind of stuff, but very much told from like a student point of view. And when she came back to Leeds, she kind of headed up Her Campus Outpost. It was like their first one in the UK, and it was in Leeds. And she was like, do you want to do some writing for it? I was like, yeah, I'd love that. And I remember like exactly what it looked like, exactly what I wrote. The first ever article was like the power of a red lipstick. And as I was writing, I was like, this is really fun.
Way.
I really love this.
Magic going through my fingertips.
Yeah. And I was like, I could maybe do this. Like,
yeah.
And that was the first time I'd ever given myself like grace to say maybe I could actually be good enough to do this.
Yeah.
Whereas I never thought I was going to be good enough to be a lawyer. I never thought I was going to be good enough to be a doctor. These were all just things I said to other people, mainly to please them than to please me. Like,
Yeah.
I felt like I had to say it, but I wasn't convinced in any of that I was good enough to do it.
Yeah.
But writing it didn't feel difficult to do.
Yeah.
Like, it felt like something I really enjoyed doing.
Yeah.
And then when I left uni, I didn't have a fucking clue what I was doing. Same as you, I was all over the shop. I also worked in a car parts place. I crashed my mum's car on the second day because I was so upset that I had to go back to Hinckley and go to this awful place. And I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I lasted like 2 months maybe. Then I worked in a restaurant and bar, loved that. Really enjoyed pouring Guinness. But I was like, I'm 24 when everyone's moved to London, or 23. I was 23. Everyone's moved to London and doing big things and like had like established their careers, and I didn't have a fucking clue what I was doing, and I felt so guilty about it. I was like, fuck me, my mum and dad have like helped put me through uni and like get this further education. Have just basically allowed me to party for 4 years, and now I've got fuck all to show for it. Like I'm not on a grad scheme. I'm not on this. I'm not like carving this like brilliant career. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just shooting in the dark and hoping something sticks.
When was the first time, do you think, that you felt your mum and dad were proud of like a career choice? Like, let's say post uni.
Maybe when I got like an internship at Vogue, I think that they were
that
like,
was mega.
oh, she's at least like
Something's
putting
going on.
one foot in front of the other here.
Oh, something's happening.
Yeah. And then I went to, it's in the same building, but then I went to work at Vogue India. Baz was gassed about that. He was like, Vogue India? That's fantastic. I think he still tells his friends that that's where I still work. And they're like, what's Billie up to now? I was like, oh, she's actually a writer for Vogue India. It's completely untrue, but I sorted their hangers for 4 weeks. But I think that's when they were names that they recognised.
Yeah.
That I was doing something. And like mum, her background is more fashion related, like because she was just like worked in menswear for M&S as designer and buyer, and so she kind of she knew that so much more. But Baz was the big conviction. Yeah. And he never said it in like a hostile way, because he's just not that kind of guy. He's big Care Bear, but he was like, well, so what are you doing, darling? What are you doing?
Your impression of him is so good. And his work voice, fuck me, I heard it for the first time the other day. Sasha, darling. Yes, Sasha, darling. No, yep. Okay, Sasha, darling. Yeah, email that. Yep, okay.
Email that to me.
Email that to me. And then I got a text afterwards saying, spoken since. And like he's done it on his WhatsApp to confirm that we've since spoken. But his work voice is very scary.
Speaking of Bash, should we give him a ring?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if he picks up. Hello, darling.
What's his top tip for a success?
It's really embarrassing now. Pied.
Wait, give him 2 minutes.
Nah, he would have picked up by now.
Is he having lunch?
Hold on, let me
Why has that spike gone in my head? It's really annoying.
let me ring the landline. Hi, Dad. Okay, can you call me right back? All right, bye. He always answers the phone as if he doesn't know who's called, even though my name comes up on the landline. Hello, Billie?
You say that, I do that.
No, you got it this. Hello? Like it's a question, as if I've called you. Oh, here he is. Hi, Baz. Hi, Dad. You okay?
Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. We're just doing a little podcast recording.
Yeah.
And we're actually off topic. We were going to talk about Christmas, but we're actually going to talk about careers.
Okay.
So we just can I ask you a couple of career related questions?
Yep.
Okay, did you always want to be a lawyer?
No, I wanted to be a cricketer.
What about an actor, Baz? I thought you wanted to be an actor.
Well, I am an actor. But I wanted to be a cricketer, and I was really good. I played for Leicestershire County, but my father said, no, you have to study. So because I was too young and couldn't leave home with just a cricket bag and live anywhere, I had to study, but I was quite angry and bitter about it, so I did very little study.
But did you know immediately then that you wanted to be a lawyer?
No, I'll tell you what happened. When my grandfather came over to England, he was the head of his village, and he arbitrated on all the I was only 13 at the time. And he said to me before he left, he said, I'm going to make you a judge in my mind. He said, whether you do anything about that is a matter for you.
Dad,
So
you've never told me that story.
Yeah, it's an absolute true story. And he sowed the seed of law at that stage. But being immature, I still wanted to be a cricketer. But when I couldn't, and then I wanted to read English at university, and my father said, what are you going to do with English? Become a teacher? That's no good. Become a lawyer. So I took up law, and it was the most boring degree you could possibly think of. I did everything I could to get out of those seminars and lectures. So I took up golf, became really good at that, played cricket for my university team. So I had my own way. But it was by persuasion rather than my own choice.
What would you have wanted me to be when I was younger? Did you think that, I should follow in your footsteps and be a lawyer?
I thought you'd have been a really good barrister. You had the presence, the voice, the intellect. I think, and I still think you'd be a really good barrister.
What do you think of my career now?
Brilliant, love it. I really enjoy it. You make a career out of living life, which is fantastic.
What do you think is what's the best bit about my career for you, though?
The gifts that you give me.
Yeah, there we go. I'm with Sasha on the podcast. What do you think Sasha would be really good at as a career?
Lecturing on aggressive love.
No, you used to say...
What is aggressive love? Loving very aggressively and pinching your cheek.
Dad, do you listen to the podcast?
No, just a bit on Instagram. Yeah.
But didn't you used to say when we were younger, Sasha would be a really good...
When it started getting a bit too personal for me, I switched off and went back to Teddy Swims.
Fair enough. But don't you remember when we were younger and you used to say Sasha would be a really good stand-up comedian?
Well, I think both Annie and Sasha would be brilliant
Annie
as
is so
stand-up
funny.
comedians. They both have a great presence, and they can draw people in with their stories, which is the key component, really, for any stand-up comedian or actor, is how you draw people in. And you either have it or not. And Sasha's got natural charisma, as indeed do you, as does Annie. Because I sprinkled that quite a lot in my genes for you. So
I was just waiting for that.
Yes, made sure you had plenty.
Are you proud of us, both of your daughters, me and Sasha, for our careers?
Oh, absolutely. I tell you what, my cup spilleth over. See what I did there? All right.
Thanks, Dad.
Love you, Baz.
Okay.
Love you, Baz.
Take care. Bye.
Bye. I feel like when people hear Baz, I make so much more sense.
So much sense.
Yeah.
Well, I have actually got a voice note. I could play the voice note question from Chloe Hart. She was the original Tracy Turnblad in Hairspray.
No way.
Yeah. Do you want to hear a question? Let me get Chloe's voice note up.
Are you proud of your career?
Parts of it I'm proud of, yeah.
I think you should be proud of all of it. Don't you think it's so much bigger and better than you ever thought it would be? I think that about mine.
Yeah.
I think that about this. I'm like, wild that we have a podcast. I'm so proud of it.
There are lots of things in my career that I'm proud of, but I think my lack of direction and confidence in it at the moment just wobbles me a bit.
But you'll figure it out.
Yeah, I will.
I've got like total belief in you that you'll get to all the places you want to get to.
Well, thanks, Bells.
True story though, bro.
So this question was inspired by your Diet Coke fingers, but it's a really good question.
Oh my God, I'm excited.
So imagine that your fingers are all liquid dispensers and they were all free at all times, which 5 things would you have in your hand that you could dispense all the time? So one of mine would be petrol, because it's expensive.
So smart.
One would be Coco Chanel Mademoiselle. One would be gravy. One would be Pepsi Max. And one would be custard.
Ugh.
Just saying, anytime, anywhere, you just like point your finger and it comes out.
Cash.
Right, this is where you really piss me off. It's got to be a liquid. It's got to pour out.
Liquid gold.
That was quick. Well done. Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't say liquid diamonds, but yeah, okay.
Liquid gold. Petrol is such a good one, so I'm stealing that.
You drive a lot, yeah.
Diet Coke, stealing that from you, because that is a good one.
Yeah.
2 more. Anti-bac.
Niche. Still 2020 for some of us, yeah.
Oh, yours are going to be better, I know it.
I know it, do you?
A liquid. What's my last liquid? It's got to be something I can eat, surely. You think of something? Matcha. That's been my 5.
Liquid gold is really good.
Yeah, so I'd be so rich.
Also, but it means that you could just like drop a little drop every time you want to pay for something.
Yeah.
You don't have to eat. So I want that.
Oh, so you're stealing liquid
Yeah,
gold.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really smart. Well done. I want liquid gold. I want ideally a calorie-free caramel frappuccino from Starbucks, but like no calories in it whatsoever. But just whenever I need a little sugar hit,
Why are you a calorie hater?
because it's got so many calories in that frappuccino, but I want it all the time.
Okay.
Or do I want that? I want Ruinart,
Oh, champagne, fuck. I'd love that.
Blanc de Blanc, straight out of this finger. I would like soft serve.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Whippy.
Yeah.
That's not a liquid.
Yeah, it is.
All right, whatever.
It could go into liquid. That was so defensive.
Yeah, because I'm jealous of it.
So what have I got? Liquid gold, frappuccino,
Champagne. Soft serve.
soft serve. You know what? Ice cold water.
Yeah.
That I don't never have to carry a water bottle again in my life.
Hydrate.
Yeah.
Hydrate, don't dehydrate.
I do think that hers were a lot better.
Hers were really good.
Yeah. But I'd be really happy with those. If somebody could organise that, that'd be great.
Thanks, Tracy Turnblad. We're really chuffed with that question.
Woke up today.
Feeling the way. No, I get shy because she listens. She'll be like, oh, no, that's shit. That's why you didn't.
What other questions have we got?
Let's have a look. Oh, whoa, we've got loads of questions.
Oh, go on then. Let's do 2 really good ones.
Okay. If you had to give up pasta or racket sports / musical theatre, which would it be?
Why would someone ever ask me such a nasty question?
That was from Tom.
Your Tom?
Yeah.
So if I had to
Husband Tom.
like choose pasta or racket sports for the rest of my life,
You can only choose one. What would you choose?
but imagine going to Italy and not being able to eat pasta.
Yeah, because you got a fucking squash racket under your arm.
I think I'd have to give up pasta.
No way.
Yeah,
You must really love racket sports.
I really do.
I would also have to give up pasta because I can't even fathom a life without singing.
I would love if you gave up musical theatre.
What life would it be not talking
You
about
can't
Wicked?
even speak because you're so upset about it.
Imagine not being able to talk about Cynthia Erivo being a Capricorn.
I think
no
this is
way.
the episode we need to like pin all of the Wicked chat to now.
You're just being a hater because everyone loves it. You would have seen it by now and you'll be regretting.
Okay.
Right, next question. If you could live any moment from one another's life so far, which moment would it be? Also from Tom. Fantastic question.
Oh, live a moment from your life.
Yeah, I know what my answer is for you.
Okay, you go first.
Every single moment that Geeta's cooked you food. That's the moment I'd live. Or every minute you've been sat around that dinner table and she's put food in front of you.
What is the moment I want to live from your life? There's quite a few, I think.
No way.
Yeah.
Go on.
You looking fire in a bikini on holiday
Which holiday was that?
when we went away? Crete?
Oh yeah, I did look quite peng then.
Yeah. I was like, pop off, Gutty. What a great bods. Juicy bunda.
Just a bunda.
Um,
She had a fat ass.
I think every time we get on stage, Well, I
Way.
would love to have that kind of confidence
Way.
and be like that charming to that many people. Yeah.
That's so nice.
You're welcome.
Way.
Cry.
No. All right, love you, bye.
Love you, bye.
Thanks, Blank Street.
Don't worry, I think that you could hear me say love you, bye over Sasha's incessant ice fucking blast.
Match
All right,
is good.
love you, bye.